What's up, everyone? How's it going? In this game, spawning in the southwest of Cliffside, we have Liquid Demu playing as the Zushi Legacy. Over here in the northeast, we have Byzantine's OTP, who is actually Beasty Cutie, or Beasty, now is what he goes by now. I had to look it up. I did see two very high level Conqueror players and saw this is one of Beasty's alt accounts, which is currently ranked 9th on the ladder, I believe, and Demu is ranked 5th, but Beasty's main account is #1 Conqueror at the moment. I'm assuming he's making another alt just because his queue times are a little too long, which is kind of the case when you're so far up by yourself. Okay, that does hit the gold. We are going, or Beasty is going for a 2 cistern age up. First one is getting placed down next to it's actually a pretty decent position. It's getting this entire wood line, which is really nice. Obviously gets sheep, and then a little bit of the wood line to the right of his base. The second one should be going up right up here. Oh, yeah, there it is. In order to get his berries and his stone. Meanwhile, for our Zushi Legacy player, the liquidest of Demus, going for extremely standard play as well. Same thing that we see out of our Chinese, we see out of its variant. Grab some wood, go for the mill at the berries, rally all your sheep, supervise, and that's basically it. That's all he does. And now his meditation garden. Ooh. Let's see. It doesn't really look like he has that good of a meditation garden anywhere. This is probably going to be his best bet. It'll get his food, gold, stone, straggler trees, and that's basically it. He doesn't really have that solid of a meditation garden, in all honesty. Level 2 cistern is up, aqueducts have been connected, and yeah, that's exactly where he's gonna go. Oh, how did I miss this? I don't understand how I missed all those trees. He is gonna be grabbing, Demu's gonna be able to grab all the berries right there. And like I said, the stone, the gold, and a lot of trees. A decent amount of trees. I don't know how I completely missed that. I was too focused on like right here that I didn't even bother going a little bit to the bottom right. Grand Winery. So for me, I do have most common openers video for Byzantine and for the Japanese, and in there we go over this build when you still have your villagers on stone, gathering up stone off of a 2 cistern, going into a Grand Winery. That does kind of signify that he's going to be going into a 2 TC play. In one of the other videos that I've uploaded, or that I am uploading, the player actually ended up going for 3 cisterns, just like how Beasty's going right now. Well, actually, he ended up going up to 4 cisterns before he got his second TC, which was that was a little weird. I think people are going to be going more towards that now that they're figuring out how the Byzantines work and how their mechanics truly do function. I still think Byzantine is kind of on the weaker end, even though they're still developing, I guess you could say. Jingning Tower is coming down for Demu, so he will be going for a little bit more of an eco, going into the Song Dynasty, getting the 40% wood reduction, or the 40% wood cost reduction on all non-military buildings. So he can be going into 2, 3, even 4 TC. I've seen Zushi Legacy players going up to 4 or 5 TCs and still hitting a relatively good timing on their age up to castle. Like it's kind of insane. But we do have the 3 cisterns. Aqueducts are connected already. He still has a very good amount of wood. I mean, a very good amount of stone in order to go up to the second TC if he wants to. But we will see. Oops, sorry about that. 8 on wood right now for Beasty. 2 on stone. And that's more than enough in all honesty. Because now that he's up to the level 3, he's getting the 15% gather rate on all his villagers. For being cliffside, this is extremely passive. This is one of the things that's kind of awkward about this map. Is very rarely do you go into these macro well, in where I'm at right now, which is like low conqueror. A lot of the time it's just feudal aggression on cliffside, because the rush distance is pretty low for the most part, or pretty short. It's just right there, so there tends to be a lot of feudal aggression. We do have the mercenary house coming through for Beasty, and oh, is he going up to his 4th cistern? Yes, he is. Okay, so single. Yeah, this looks more like the game that I was actually casting, where the guy I can't remember who it was that I was it? No, it wasn't. Oh, no, it was the certain Zach game, I think, where certain Zach was playing as the Byzantine. He ended up going for 4 or 5 cistern, and then he went double TC behind it. Wait, did he pull off? Yeah, he pulled off stone already. I think one is building the aqueduct and then the other one is building the blacksmith right now. This is going to get switched over to Dialectus. I believe, can we see? No, we can't really see if it's in the influence, but I'm pretty sure the mill is in the influence of the cistern, because his wheelbarrow was very, very quick. I think it turns it into like a 17-second wheelbarrow at level 3. No, a 27-second wheelbarrow at level 3. And then we do have Beasty moving up here to the northwestern side of the map in order to start getting the berry bushes here as well. Ooh, that villager, is he gonna come back? Yes. Okay. We have our second TC up, 3rd TC up and running for Liquid Demu. 35 villagers for him. This is very, very passive. This is like, I wish I had games like this on Cliffside. All I ever get is our heavy Dark Age, or not Dark Age, heavy feudal aggression, and just that's why I have this map banned. I don't like it. I'm okay with feudal aggression every now and then, but when a map calls for that style of play, I'm not a feudal player. Basically, I'm okay throwing out some aggression here and there, but constant feudal all-ins, I can't stand it. That's when the game just gets boring for me, I guess you could say. And nice little snipe with those javelin throwers right there, but the Lamentonite is gonna run into its death. Yeah, so 1 villager for 1 Lamentonite. There was no point in that trade. There really wasn't. And now it does look like Beasty is gonna attempt to go into Castle Age. He almost has the food income for it. He's just missing the gold at this moment. 17 villagers on food, 10 on gold. He just mainored over look like 5 or 6 villagers, 2 gold. And these javelin throwers are trying to poke into, they're not going to be able to get that. Yeah, the scout does take a lot of damage from that second TC. Our Byzantine player is sitting on 8 Lamentonite, 8 javelin throwers. His scout's almost dead. And this is the power of having a level 4 cistern. Do we have border? No, we don't have border settlements yet. Let's see, what's his vision? If he had border settlements, he'd be able to see like all the way up to the cliff sides. And then you would throw like a random house up here, like right here. Ooh, this is a really nice spot. Oh, what does he have right here? Oh, he has Royal Knights at this trade post too. This. Ooh, that's a really, really nice trade post. Royal Knights, Horse Archers. I guess we should come back over here, see what's going on. A little bit of a skirmish between our Zushi and Byzantines going on right now. These horsemen were very, very close to getting a full wraparound on those javelin throwers. A few of them do go down. Meanwhile, over here at the third TC, the Chukunu were able to clean up 3 Lamentinite that were left behind to fend for themselves. Golden Horn Tower is coming up for Beasty in the back of his base. No, over here on the far eastern side of his base. Level 4 Cistern. He doesn't have enough stone to go up to, I think it's what, 350 for level 5? 250 for level 5. That's not bad. He's almost there. So after this barracks and once the Golden Horn finishes, the Golden Horn will give 32. The barracks will give 8. Yeah, he'll still be shy. Plus he needs aqueducts. So he's still shy by about 100 stone. Or as of right now, he's behind by about 100 stone in terms of getting his level 3 or level 5 cisterns up and running. He could throw 1 villager on stone to be able to deal with that. 57 villagers for our Zushi legacy player, as well as 39 villagers for Demu. 39 military for Demu. 23 Chukunu, 6 horsemen, 5 spears, 4 palace guards. They are early palace guards, so not as tanky as their veteran counterpart. Castle Age does click over for Beasty. As soon as it happens, he is going into veterancy for his mercenary house. Veterancy on his Lamentinite and +2 ranged armor. Yeah, that's for Lamentinite, right? Yes. Oh, an attempted attack coming through over here. Is Demu gonna be able to cut this off? A little bit of miss micro on his horseman right there. He should have been able to cut off those retreating forces, but instead he gets 2 of his horsemen get picked off instantly by those Lamentinite, and now we have Varangian guards in play. Chukunu focus firing down these melee units, all of the melee infantry for our Byzantine player. That is a lot of Chukunu right there, getting able to push forward. The Varangian guards aren't really going to be able to hold their ground for much longer either. The numbers for Beasty have been diminished quite significantly. Meanwhile, Demu is sitting on 50 right now, and those numbers are actually just increasing. He loses 1, 4 more pop up. 54 military for Demu, 9 for Beasty. And now is Demu gonna attempt to just go for the kill? He should be able to smell blood in the water essentially and push through all of these. The Chukunu numbers are able to almost one-shot the Varangian guards. He is sitting on +1 attack, right? He should. Yes, he is sitting on +1 range attack. And now these Chukunu are just left clicking on top of whatever they can, killing off whatever they can. Not a lot of villagers have went down yet. Demu has killed 7 in total, but considering he's been sitting on top of, or sitting inside of Beasty's base, and Beasty only losing 7 villagers, that's not a lot. But now the numbers for Demu are kind of dropping. He was sitting at about 54, 55. Now he's down to 40. Chukunu numbers are sitting at 29, 5 palace guards, 3 spears, and 3 horsemen. And now Demu is trying to find some units to just pick off. Nice kill on the monk that had a relic Wololo attempt in order to stop it. And we have a mill coming up here for some reason. Are these villagers gonna get caught out though? Another push over here right in front of Beasty's base. Any more villagers going down? Not quite yet. Still 7 villagers down. Meanwhile, Demu does have 85 villagers behind this. He is sitting in feudal age. He has almost enough. He's just missing the gold in order to click up to Castle Age. And another monk does get picked off right next to the golden tower. These Chukunu numbers need to get up. He needs to focus fire appropriately. Kills off both of the camels. He needs to stutter step this. The melee, the Varangian guard numbers are going to start going up, and once they do, these Chukunu aren't really going to be able to deal with them as effectively. +2 ranged armor for our Byzantine player, which does make these Chukunu a lot less effective. They're only going to be doing 1 damage, right? Yeah, they're only doing 1 damage to the Varangian guards. Well, 1 damage per shot, 3 shots, 3 damage. How much health do they have? 140. So they need 140 shots in order to kill that. So you're gonna need what? No, not 70. Wow, that's way too many. I don't feel like doing math right now. You're gonna need about 40, 45. Does get the monk. That's the 3rd monk that's been picked off so far. A few more villagers might be going down right now. Is he gonna be able to deny this one? Oh, there's no way he denies that one. A few villagers are going down over here on the side of Liquid Demu. Nice little run by with some Varangian guards and spears over here. That's a huge amount of villagers that are being idle. 49 villagers doing nothing for Liquid Demu at the moment. The moment Beasty found a little bit of breathing room, he decides to just send whatever he can over to Demu's side of the map and start applying pressure. All of these villagers are forced, all 49 of those villagers are forced to just chop wood now. There are some more palace guards, so Demu is sitting on 96 villagers, 22 military. The number is going up little by little. 29 military now, 8 palace guards, 8 crossbows, 9 Chukunu, 2 spears, and 2 lancers are out for him. The crossbow numbers need to go up. That number needs to be at about 16 in the next 30 seconds. It really does, in order to be able to deal with the amount of armored units that Beasty currently has, which is 16 Varangian guards. And then at the same time, you don't want to necessarily overcommit, because if he gets a decent fight, then the berserker stance, or is it just called berserker? Berserking is an option for Beasty. Pop that and then just completely clean everything out. And as you can tell, the numbers aren't there yet for the for our Zushi legacy player in terms of Wololo going off. That's most likely just to bait. Yeah, bait a little bit of scout. Ooh, okay, no more villagers over there. Demu needs to just turtle up. He needs to not engage. He needs to find a nice little cubby where he could send his villagers and start macroing up very, very nicely. This is not one of these games where you want to keep taking little shots, little skirmishes here and there, because these javelin throwers are going to start focus firing down every single one of your crossbows. So if you don't have the critical number to one-shot Varangian guards and you keep taking these fights, then all you're doing is essentially screwing yourself over, because you're never going to be able to get those that critical number of, oh, I don't think he's going to be able to get it. That's going to be units going over 2 palace guards, go over to, he ends up getting the monk eventually. But still, you just gave up 2 palace guards to Beasty right there for free. And now another little run by coming over here on the southwestern side of Demu's base. I think Demu's time has passed. He wasn't able to do substantial damage, and now he's just losing so many villagers. He needed to age up like 2 minutes sooner. There was no reason for him to take that fight right there next to his base. He lost every single one of his almost every single one of his crossbows. He only had 11 and he lost like 7 of them, 7 or 8. There was no point in taking the fight right here. He needed to pull back, and if he was going to take it, he needed to take it under the 2 TCs. but instead he took it right there in the open, and he ended up losing so much for so little. And now there's so many villagers, 25 more villagers over here being idled. Demu is sitting on 62 villagers. He was at 90 something at one point, almost 100 villagers. He's lost 58. Currently sitting on 63, 21 military, 12 crossbows, 4 Chukanu, 3 palace guards. He would have at least had 5 if he didn't donate them. And this is going to be the final nail in the coffin for our Zushi legacy player. GG gets called, game goes to Beasty. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.